Welcome. In this short video, you will learn the steps to run budget queries in Banner Finance. Budget queries are run in Banner Self-Service, which you can access in the My Hancock Portal menu under Employee Resources, and then select the Banner Finance HR and Payroll landing page. Once you're in the Banner Finance Self-Service page, start by clicking on My Finance Query. Your screen will then open up to the My Finance Query dashboard. Next, click on New Query to select the query type. Next, click the drop-down in the Select Query Type. There are several types of queries that may be run. For example, Budget Quick Query. This query will allow you to view a summary of a working budget, year-to-date actuals, commitments, and available balance. However, it will not allow you to drill down to detail, so the recommended query type is Budget Status by Account. Users should know the FOP that they want to query in advance. Listings of FOP combination or individual FOP codes may be found in the Banner Finance HR and Payroll landing page in My Hancock. My query will focus on the unrestricted general fund budget for the biology department. I will start by selecting Budget Status by Account. Previous query info may have been saved, so clear the unwanted values by clicking on the X in each value section. Next, I will select the values from my query. My default chart is Chart 1. Skip over Index as we are not using that at this time. I want to select the Unrestricted General Fund, so when I click in the Fund Value section, I can either enter the code directly or type a word to search for the code. In this case, I know the code, so I'm going to type in 110001. And once I find the code, I click on it to populate the section. Next, in the organization, you can enter the code directly or again search using a word. So if I type in life, I find Life and Physical Sciences, and I can click to select. The account section I'm leaving blank to choose all accounts associated with this FOP. And in the program section, I'm going to enter my value for biology, 040100. Click to populate that section. At this time, we are not using activity, location, fund type, or account type, so you may skip over those. In this next section, be sure to leave a commitment type to all, unchecked include revenue accounts. Your fiscal year will populate with the current fiscal year. If you wish to see fiscal year 2017 through 2018, you can select 2018 or use the drop-down menu to select for a future year or previous year. Leave the fiscal period at 14 to see all information for the entire fiscal year, and leave comparison fiscal year and comparison fiscal period to none. This section represents the column headings that will be in your query. We recommend checking accounted budget, year-to-date, commitments, and available budget. Next, click Submit to launch your query. My query will open up in a new screen. The two columns to the left display all account codes and descriptions that are associated with my query values. The next column is the health of each line item based on available balance. Green indicates that the budget is healthy. Yellow indicates a warning that your balance is getting low. And red indicates that the balance is almost depleted. The next column is the accounted budget or working budget that grand totals at the bottom. I can also drill down to see additional information on my budget. For instance, if I drill down on account 452000, I can see that the $5,000 budget was from a one-time transfer. I want to click the back arrow to return to my original query. The next column are the year-to-date actuals. I can also drill down on any of the line items to see additional detail. The next column are commitments. We recommend you running an encumbrance query to view details on requisitions and purchase orders. Those instructions are in a separate video. And the last column is my available balance of any of the line items. In the header row of my query are icons for additional tools to use in queries. The pencil icon allows me to edit any of the values in my current query. I can select different values by clicking in the individual fields. To relaunch the new query, click the Submit button. The eye icon allows me to see a summary of all the values in my current query. Click OK to close the summary. The More icon allows me to view pending documents, which are requisitions not completed and therefore not in the calculated available balance. The Download icon allows me to export my query to Excel, and the Save icon allows me to save a query to my Finance Query Dashboard. When I click on the Save icon, the system will ask me to name the query. I'm going to name my query Biology. I can set the query as a favorite, and be sure to click Save to save your query. You will get a message that your query was successfully saved. Click on the message notification to close the message. Return to your My Finance Query Dashboard to view your saved query. You can rerun this query at any time by clicking on it to view updated information. This query is also in your saved queries if you chose not to save it as a favorite. You can delete queries at any time by clicking on the trash can icon. Thank you, and please be sure to watch for additional videos on more advanced features of budget queries and encumbrance queries.